Hello, Dan Joss. How are you today?
Doing well. Good morning.
Good morning to you. So, Money Talks today. What do you want to talk about other than just money? I mean, what specifically are we going to talk about with Money Talks
We're going to
today?
put it in action and talk about pivoting in difficult times.
Pivoting in difficult times.
Right.
Are we in difficult times?
And we are pivoting.
Okay.
I've heard that term. Actually, someone brought this to my attention recently. We've heard that term in different circles for different reasons, but we seem to be pivoting as a culture too.
All right.
So pivoting in difficult times with regards to our money is, what do we do differently?
I don't know.
Sometimes we're forced to do things differently because the job we had isn't there anymore, or the investments have changed significantly, or our plans have been changed.
Right.
And so the way I work with my clients in developing a plan makes it so that we're in a position to adjust that plan when we have to.
And that probably cuts down on the angle of the pivot a little bit.
That's right. We just kind of make an adjustment.
Right.
If we have a secure foundation financially and a good, I say living within margin, both with time and money, then we don't need all those hours or need all of that income, and we can kind of cut back on some things and get by during these difficult times.
Right. So you've made some plans to where you've got a lot of soft costs maybe to where, what, our plan allows us to vacation a lot at really nice places and eat steak and lobster every day. But you know what, things are a little lean right now. So our plan still...
Lean steak?
That would be a New York strip or filet maybe. But yes, like a steak. So things are a little lean right now. So we're going to have not steak and lobster. We're going to have chicken tonight.
Maybe don't go out as much.
Right.
And then be a little bit more purposeful when we do go out, because particularly in this area, those restaurants needed those dollars, and we're able to pinpoint and say, we're helping this one this week, we'll help that one next week. Even though we were kind of cutting back, we were being more intentional.
Right, being intentional. And so if you're...
And sometimes some opportunities come up during these difficult times. And so if it's, hey, let's spend the big dollars we had planned to paint the house next year, this year, then we can help out the painter who's a little tight on work too.
Okay. That's good.
Or make the big purchase.
All right. In the big picture, how does one set up a plan that really allows them to do this without having drastic changes?
Well, the first part is to know where you're at.
Okay.
And then envision a little bit of where you want to be. And we could say 10 or 20 years down the road. And then figure out the difference. What are we going to be doing between now and then? We'll be making some big purchases.
Right.
Whether it's a first or second house or car replacement as time goes by, or gifting to grandchildren or paying for college. We have some normal big expenses. And if those are spaced out and planned, then it makes it easy to get from where we are to where we want to go and do all the things in between.
Okay.
So that when a difficult time comes like this,
right,
all we're doing is either pushing things out or pulling things back, but we don't need to make a big change unless that change is forced on us, like employment change or a need to move to another house or something like that.
Right. Okay. So you've set up your portfolio so that you've got your standards met with a minimum level of risk, and then your gravy, your steak and lobster, that's got a little more risk in it. So maybe your steak and lobster portion of your portfolio is going to be the one that's fluctuating as opposed to your entire portfolio fluctuating and veering off in the other direction, pivoting.
Right. Yep. And for many people, the portfolio is a piece of their net worth, with a pension or Social Security as another piece. And then some may have real estate or a part-time gig somewhere that they're still doing. And so they may have 3 or 4 sources of income, and they're not fully dependent on just one, because that will be a difficult thing.
Right. Yeah. Okay. Well, that's a lot to be hanging on one thing.
So have a plan, live with margin,
right?
Control our debt, be generous, and then adjust from the plan when we need to.
Well, that sounds like a pretty sound financial plan right there.
It's easy to do.
Yeah.
Easy to say.
And it's easy to call you.
That's right. 757-903-2127.
All right, and there's no cost to this initial phone call,
Nope.
sitting down, having a conversation.
Give me a call.
Yeah.
Website is live now, jossbrown.com.
Okay.
And we've expanded into Newport News, too. So
Excellent.
give us a call.
Tell me just a little more about jossbrown.com, because you didn't change your last name. You didn't go get married.
Nope. My name is Dan Joss,
Okay.
but I've partnered with Catherine Brown in Newport News office. She's been there for 15 years, and we've joined forces, and we're making a better company.
Excellent. Well,
Better
that's
services.
good news. Maybe we should do an episode coming up about that.
We will.
Excellent. Very good. All right. So thank you very much for being here, Dan Joss.
Thank you. Have a good day.
Money Talks is a weekly program presented for the listener's benefit and entertainment. It is provided at no cost to the listener, and the ideas, opinions, and comments are not to be construed as legal advice, tax advice, investment advice, or other advice specific to the listener. Listeners are encouraged to seek the advice of a licensed professional or other qualified party when dealing with financial, legal, tax, medical, investment, insurance, taxidermy, plumbing, electrical, carpentry, real estate, chiropractic, veterinary, oral hygiene, hot air ballooning, etc. We have given you some food for thought. Now, call a licensed professional such as Dan Joss at 757-903-2127. Thanks for listening, and remember, failing to plan is planning to fail.